And it looks like we are live. Welcome everybody to this live stream. Super excited to have everyone here, both the ones that joined as OGs who have been a part of us for a long time now, and also maybe some new community members who have joined us recently. And as you have probably seen before, what this live stream will be about, it will be basically a walkthrough of launch cards and also getting a bit more in the details of the cards token. And yeah, my name is Anton, as you see on the screen here too, and I'm the Director of Marketing for cards.io. And with me here, as you can see, I have our CEO Splidge and also Addy, who is our Product and Community Manager. And I won't go on too long for this intro, so I would instantly now like to hand over to our CEO Splidge to give a bit of a background of our project.
Yeah, brilliant, thanks. So we started basically with reality cards 2 years ago now, and reality cards was built on what we call the rent bidding mechanism. And then last month we expanded that we are developing more products using this mechanism. And so we're creating the cards.io umbrella. And underneath that, we're going to have all our other products. So the Cards.io team will carry on working on reality cards. And we announced that we're going to launch the next product, launch cards. And in the future, there will be other things built on the rent bidding mechanism. Today, we're here. We're going to have a deeper dive into launch cards and how it works. But first of all, I'd like to pass back to Addy just to talk a little bit more about the rent bidding mechanism.
Well, most of you are already familiar with the rent bidding mechanism, but for the new viewers, here is a basic explanation. So for each event we run, we have an NFT, and each second of owning the NFT is rewarded. What kind of rewards, you may ask? Well, in case of reality cards, you get a chance to win more money. And in case of launch cards, you get a chance to get more tokens. The participants compete against each other to own the NFT by bidding a higher rental price than the current owner. So it's kind of like a ownership takeover to get more tokens. And today, we are going to have a live walkthrough on how this actually works in launch cards with Splidge.
Brilliant, thanks. So first of all, I'd just like to clarify a few of the stages of how the token sale is going to work. So initially we have a coming soon stage. That's where the market is listed up on the website. You'll be able to see what the token is being sold, how much, when it starts, and you'll be able to look at the tokenomics, basically see if you want to take part in this. There's also, you'll be able to see if there's going to be a whitelist stage. For the cards token, we are going to have a whitelist stage at the beginning. Sorry, you can hear a dog in the background. We're going to have a whitelist stage at the beginning. And that's where you basically, people who have basically their wallet addresses put on the whitelist, they're going to be the only people allowed to take part. After a little while, we're going to then open it up to the public. So anybody, you don't have to be whitelisted, anybody can partake in buying the cards token. After that public phase is finished, that's the end of the main sale. There's a little bit of time where there's a resolution, but then you'll be able to get to the claim phase where you will simply claim your tokens directly off the smart contract, and you've completed the process. So what I'd like to do now is just quickly show you guys how it works. If I bring this up. So this is the Launch Cards website. What I have here is a developer preview. So it might not look exactly the same if you go directly to the website now. But if we click on the buy token now, it takes us to the cards token sale, and I've advanced time, so this is actually live right now. And what you're going to do is basically connect your wallet. I'm going to use MetaMask. There we go. I'm connected, and we need to deposit some funds. So I'll just put 50 USDC in. Oh, I need to approve because it's the first time I'm depositing to this. So I'm going to just approve that. Just wait a moment for that transaction to complete. Okay, brilliant. We can deposit my 50 USDC. It pops up straight away. And this is sending the USDC into our treasury contract. It's arrived now. This is a shared treasury between reality cards and launch cards, so you don't have to mess around moving funds from one to the other. So I have my 50 USDC there. I'm now able to partake. So I can set the price. Oh, I didn't deposit enough. But what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to set a we're going to actually reduce that amount. But as I say, this is just an early developer preview. You'll be able to set how much I want to pay per token. Do I want to set a limit? Am I going to set a sending limit because I might want to spend all my money, and then I'm going to earn an NFT at the end, and you would just click the rent card, and you would take ownership of the card. That's pretty much the demo we have right now. What I would like to do is, as you see here, we don't actually have the final artwork here. We just have a placeholder. What we're going to do is, this is actually going to be the artwork that will be on the NFT, not this artwork, but there will be artwork on the NFT. I'd just like to hand over to Anton now to talk a little bit more about the artwork and how all that process is going to work.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Splitch. It's super exciting to see everything in action. And as both you and Adi mentioned, of course, the cards token NFT is a sort of essential part of the whole sale here. And I would like to talk a bit more about it because we are in such a fortunate position here. Because when we are creating this artwork, we of course have connections to all of our beta artist community. All of the people who created the artworks for the Reality Cards beta events. So we would actually like to highlight them a bit and together with them all create the collective I should say, art piece that the artists can create together. So if you're a Reality Card artist, we will probably reach out to you in the coming couple of days to sort of plan this all out. But I'm super excited to see that, and sort of we have talked about it a lot internally, but I really like this idea of all of the beta artists coming together and creating this special art piece. And yeah, just to get a bit more into the details of how this actually works, of course, this NFT is what you are renting when you are at the actual event. And then the person who have rented the card the longest will get that actual NFT. And then all the other participants in the token sale will get a print of that also. So that is a bit about how it works technically. But yeah, I would like to switch focus now and move on a bit to the cards token. Of course, the cards token is going to be the first token sale on launch cards. And since we announced to our community that we are releasing our own token and also shared our tokenomics on launchcards.io, we have gotten a ton of different questions to sort of expand a bit more about all of the different decisions that was made in the tokenomics and everything. So we would like to dive a bit deeper in that in sort of an AMA format now. So I will ask Adi and Splitch a couple of questions that we have received from a couple of the OGs and a couple of the members of the community so far. So yeah, let's get to it. The first question that I have for you, Splitch, here is what made you want to release the token and what benefits will it have?
Okay, so originally the token was purely going to be for reality cards, and sort of the main core concept of that was to really help us with some of the event management, how we create the prediction markets and how we resolve them. So some of the ideas is basically it would be good for our community to be able to use the token to help propose what events to run. But one massive benefit for us would be during the event resolution phases. We've had some issues with choosing what events we can run. One example of this was a while ago, there was a Chinese rocket, I believe it was the Long March 5B, was coming back down to crash, basically. And there was some debate over whether it was going to hit land or hit sea. And so we decided to run a prediction event on it. Where do you think it's going to land? And the event came to, the rocket eventually did crash. And there was a little bit of debate where some agencies said, it hit, the bulk of it hit water. Some parts of it, I believe, hit land. Was it Mauritius, I believe? But there was some debate. Some media sources said one thing, some said another. The problem with that is if we are the ones answering the questions, that's a really centralized result. And that's not a great way to work. We want to be decentralized. And by using token holders, we can use sort of general knowledge, what people believe is the more reliable and better source, and our users then are the ones deciding the results of the prediction market. So that's really where we started with the token. We really need that to help run more events and better events and more decentralized events. And then we realized that actually when we expanded the rent bidding mechanism to these other mechanics, we said, well, there's no point us inventing another token for the other ones. So we're going to use the same token in similar manners for all our other products. So that's why we changed it from being just reality cards token to the cards token. So you'll use it for launch cards and whatever else in the future.
Yeah, nice. And now to the second question, going into a bit of the tokenomics. Like, of course, it's not easy to do everything of this. So a bit of
I think we've lost connection. Addy, can you see Anton? I think
sorry.
we lost you there for a moment, Anton. Can
He's
you
back,
just repeat
he's
your
back.
question?
I'm sorry, I'm going to take it again. I just wanted to transition to the other question here, talking a bit more about the tokenomics. So what made you distribute the token the way you did? And why is the public sale 3.2%?
Yeah, so one of the main one of the key things we need for reality cards, as I say, is a general knowledge or a good distribution of the token. And some people have actually asked, why is the public sale actually, they think it's just quite a small amount. Problem with that is that it doesn't give a good distribution, because it's basically whoever's got the deepest pockets is the ones which can buy it. And so, yes, we do want to sell some of it out there for people who just want that easy option to get into the system. But actually, I think it's about 5 times that amount of the tokens we are giving away through various methods. There's going to be some of it will be an airdrop. There's some of it, a big portion of it is actually participation rewards. So the people who are taking part are the ones who will get to earn the token, and that really is rewarding our users. And we feel like that's a good way to get the distribution we require.
Yeah. And now moving on to you, Adi. Of course, you work with a lot with our community. So something that is relevant to all the community members. Can you clarify a bit of the airdrop?
Yeah, for sure. So this is kind of like a similar answer on the distribution that Split just talked about. So there is gonna be an airdrop, and like Split said, that the key thing for Cards Token is good distribution. But now we want the good distribution from day zero, and the best way to do is via airdrop to our early supporters participated in the beta. And then the distribution is going to be taken care by a big chunk of the allocation, which is the participation awards, which means that you will continue to earn more tokens as long as you keep using the products. So that's a win-win.
Yeah, thank you for that. And like going into a bit what Splidge talked about before, we mentioned Whitelist, of course, and we would like to get to know a bit more about that. So can you explain a bit more of how can I get a Whitelist spot?
Yeah, of course. For all the listeners who are listening right now, we have some whitelist spots which are reserved and can be earned via various activities. Now, you may ask yourself, why should I fight for the whitelist spots? And the easy answer is that because you will have that early advantage. The whitelist window will open up before the public sale window, so before anyone else. You will be there, you'll be able to compete, and you'll be able to get the share of the tokens that you want before anyone else, of course. And the categories that I mentioned were, the first one are OG spots, which is all the OGs that had supported the product till now who participated in the beta automatically get those spots. So they will be allowed on the whitelist from as soon as the whitelist opens. Now the second one is earned spots. And for this, you have to join our Discord, engage into the art contest, other contests, and the community campaigns, and the winners will be able to win such awards. So keep a lookout on different campaigns that will be running in August and before the launch. And the third one is team selected spots. So these are just reserved spots that the team will actually select the members from the Discord community. And the members who will be selected are the ones who are most active, most helpful, inviting other people, and overall bringing some positive, good vibes to the server. So make sure not to lose the chance to get the whitelist spot and be there before anyone else. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that, Adi. And like so far, we have talked a lot about the cards token sale on launch cards, which is of course the first sale we are going to use the platform for. But like come to that subject, Splidge, can other projects also use launch cards?
Yes, entirely. I mean, that's one of the main reasons we're building it for. Initially, it makes sense for us to launch our own token on there, but the whole idea is that we are going to be opening it up for other projects. They will be able to do their own launches how they want. We can customize the length of the sale. We can have different whitelist windows and things like that. And actually, one thing to say is that not only launch cards will be like that, we are toying with reality cards. We found certain communities and other projects who really like to run prediction markets on their own topics. And it might be that they do want to do them very frequently. It might be too much for us to put on the main reality card site, but one of the things we like the idea of is being able to use our protocol in the background and allow other projects to use the rent bidding mechanism in the way they see fit for their community and their project.
Yeah. I'm super excited to collaborate with more projects in that way. But yeah, now we have the 5 different questions that we took up here. But of course, we are all available. We in the team are available on Discord. So if you had any question regarding the token or anything about the project in general, we are always available to answer that. So definitely shoot us a DM or just write in the Discord chat if you have any other questions than these that we took up this time. So yeah, now we are coming towards the end of the stream, and I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you to everybody who joined this. It's super exciting, as I said in the beginning, to see both OGs and old community members, and also that some new people, especially the past week now, have joined the community. So I'm super excited about that. And I wanted to clarify also a bit about the whitelisting that Addy talked about, that we have actually decided to the coming days now give out a couple of these team selected spots. So as I said before, Discord is definitely the place to be for the community, and this is the place where all of these different hand-picked whitelist spots and contests will be like. So if you're on YouTube now, the first link in the description of this video is the link to our Discord, if you haven't joined us already there. And then I would also like to shout out a bit about the early adopter NFT. So you might have seen it on our website, but that's still available to mint for you guys who are interested in that. But yeah, that was it for this stream. I don't have too much else to mention. I just follow our social channels. We are on Twitter at the moment, and then of course are very active.
I think we lost Anton again, didn't we? Well, I think he was pretty much at the end there. I think he was saying, all the typical.
What happened now?
We lost you at the middle of the outro.
I'm so sorry about that.
That was pretty much everything. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, pretty much it. See you guys on Discord, everyone, and thank you guys for joining once again. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.